Picture this. You're scrolling through dating apps at 11 p.m., probably in your pajamas, trying to craft the perfect bio. You know the drill, something witty that screams, "I'm creative and interesting." I've been there too, staring at that blank profile box, wondering if my joke about being fluent in sarcasm makes me sound charming or just annoying. But here's something that'll blow your mind. What if I told you that all those creative efforts might actually be working against you, and not in the way you think? Here's what you're about to learn. I'm going to walk you through some fascinating science about creativity and attraction. We'll explore why women's brains do something totally unexpected when they're attracted to someone, and why your witty dating profile might be missing the mark entirely. Trust me, there's one surprising factor that matters way more than your creative genius when it comes to finding love. This is all based on groundbreaking research published in Evolutionary Psychology by three brilliant scientists. The $6 billion dating industry has been getting it all wrong. I have to share this wild fact with you. In 2024, people spent $6.18 billion on online dating globally. That's billion with a B. Over 350 million of us are out there swiping, matching, and agonizing over the perfect profile. We've all heard the same advice, right? Be creative, be witty, show your authentic self. Well, some Polish researchers just completely flipped this advice on its head with a study that honestly made me question everything I thought I knew about dating. When scientists decided to play Cupid, and what they found will surprise you. So these researchers had this brilliant idea. They created a fake dating site and got nearly 1,000 people to browse potential matches and try to impress them with their creativity. I love this concept. It's basically Tinder meets Science Lab, where every swipe gets tracked and every bio gets analyzed by actual creativity experts. Here's how they set it up. Some people saw really attractive potential matches, others saw less attractive ones. Some profiles were all about short-term fun, others screamed looking for marriage material. Everyone had to write creative dating bios or take creativity tests. Now, what happened next honestly shocked me. The great creativity paradox, why being creative actually backfires. For men, the mood makes all the difference. Guys showed this really interesting pattern. When they saw attractive potential partners, their mood got better. And when their mood improved, boom, they became more creative. It's like their brains were going, "Ooh, hot person, time to bring out the A game." But here's what cracked me up. This only worked for single guys. Men in relationships, their creativity stayed completely flat, no matter how gorgeous the potential matches were. Makes sense when you think about it, right? For women, the plot twist that changes everything. Okay, this is where things get really wild, and honestly, it made me look at female attraction in a completely different way. When women saw attractive men they might want to date seriously, something fascinating happened at first. They became more creative, coming up with more original ideas and writing better, more engaging bios. You'd think that's great news, but then the twist. The more sexually attracted women got to these good-looking potential long-term partners, the more their creativity just died, like completely tanked. I had to read this part 3 times because it seemed so counterintuitive. Sexual arousal was literally killing their creative thinking. Why evolution made women's brains work this way? It's actually pretty smart. Before you start thinking Mother Nature was having an off day when she designed this system, hear me out. The evolutionary logic actually makes total sense. The researchers think that sexual arousal basically hijacks your brain's attention. It switches you from creative artistic mode to laser-focused task mode. Think about it. When you're really turned on, you're not exactly composing poetry, are you? For our female ancestors, getting too sexually excited too quickly by a guy could lead to some pretty bad decisions. We're talking pregnancy, disease, or picking a partner who wasn't going to stick around. So women's brains evolved this built-in creativity pause button during high sexual arousal. It's like having an internal voice saying, "Whoa there, let's think clearly about this decision that could affect the next 18 plus years of your life." Pretty clever, actually. What this means for your dating life right now. With 37% of American adults having tried online dating and 56% of people in their 20s swiping regularly, this research basically flips our whole approach upside down. The creativity trap we've all fallen into. I used to think that being clever and witty in my dating profile would make me irresistible. Turns out the science shows something totally different. Creativity by itself doesn't create attraction. Your mood, how turned on you are, and what kind of relationship you want matter way more. 2. Sexual chemistry can actually shut down creativity. The more someone turns you on, the less creative you become. Crazy, right? Men's and women's brains work completely differently when they see someone attractive. What actually works? This surprised me. There's this fascinating speed dating research that found something game-changing. How creative someone thinks you are matters more than how creative you actually are. Let that sink in for a second. And here's another nugget. Humor that shows you're creative beats humor that's just funny. People don't just want to laugh, they want to believe their partner is cleverly intelligent. It's like the difference between a dad joke and a witty observation about life. Both might make someone smile, but only one makes them think. This person's brain works in interesting ways. Your new dating strategy, based on actual science. If you're a woman, don't panic if you suddenly can't think of anything clever to say around someone you're really attracted to. I know it's frustrating. You want to impress them with your wit, but your brain just freezes. Turns out this is totally normal from an evolutionary standpoint. Here's what I'd suggest. Save your most creative conversations for when you're not completely overwhelmed by attraction. Maybe start with text conversations where you have time to think or meet in low-pressure situations first. Focus on seeming creative rather than being perfectly creative in the moment. Confident storytelling beats perfect wordplay every time. If you're a guy, your mood directly impacts your creativity, and this was a huge light bulb moment for me. If you're feeling down or stressed, you're not going to bring your A game to dating conversations. Do things that genuinely make you feel good before opening those dating apps. Excellent, listen to music you love, call a friend who makes you laugh, whatever works for you. Also, being single actually gives you a natural advantage. You're more motivated to impress. Don't waste that evolutionary boost. For everyone, here's something I find really encouraging. 69% of Gen Z now cares more about authentic connection than following traditional relationship timelines. This means you can focus on genuine personality expression instead of trying to perform creativity. Remember that chemistry and creativity have this weird, complex relationship. Don't force it. Sometimes the most attractive thing you can do is just be present and real.